In number 5, starting things off with Epic 7, the oldest game on this list, and the one I have the most complicated relationship with. Now, I've played this on and off for years. I've quit like several times, made a new account to just experience how free to play this game is, and yeah, I don't know, man. I like the game. So a quick rundown on what this game actually is. Epic 7 is a turn-based RPG with a speed-driven turn order, same like Summoner's War if you haven't played that already. 4 unit teams and soul burn mechanic that lets you spend souls to enhance specific skills mid-fight. Combat is built around speed manipulation, dual attacks, proccing off positioning, and stacking the right buff and debuff combinations on the right units. The real endgame though isn't even the combat itself, it's the gear grind, subsets, rolls, set bonuses, reforging, conversion stones, and the entire gear system has more depth than the combat sitting on top of it. And it's where Epic 7 veterans actually spend most of their time. Content wise, you've got hunts for farming gear sets, and for the Abyss for solo tower climbing, Labyrinth for exploration style PvE, Expedition for periodic boss events, side stories for the recurring narrative content, and on the PvP side of things, you've got the standard arena, the live RTA, guild versus guilds, and of course the championship. And after years of updates, there is a stupid amount of stuff stacked up. So if you are wondering if this game has content or no, yeah, this game has a lot of content. Now, I know people have been complaining about the game that it has been not doing so great about the monetization, meta slave, and whatever it is, but the main reason that I'm still here is just because of the 2D animations. It is insanely gorgeous and I'm just not over them. Every single unit has a fully hand-drawn alt cutscene that plays like a proper animated shorts. The choreography, the impact frames, the impactness of our team hitting the enemies, the way the camera moves with the attack, the way certain units get this unique screen wipes or background shifts when they pop off their kit. I mean, god damn man, the animation team commits so hard in this game and I just love it. That's it. But honestly, that's pretty much it. Other than that, everything else is meh in my opinion. Like, for example, the power creep is brutal, the gear grind is brutal, you know, the RTA arena is a meta slave, and that's pretty much it. If you're not whaling, you are not gonna be on top of the arena. But it's alright, I guess, because I checked out the PvP once in a while. Note that you can get a higher rank in PvP even playing this game free to play, because I did that. So that is probably why PvP is better than arena. Now, the bigger issue is that Smilegate's recent monetization choices have been kind of meh in my opinion, and I will not get into the specifics, but trust me, it is not good. But I gotta give them credit where credit is due about the QOL, the animation, and everything else is kinda okay, you know? The free-to-play friendliness is pretty much okay too. The beginning of the game until like at least at the mid to end game, you can get more stuff, but of course after the end game, yeah, it is quite hard. But of course I still enjoy this game a lot, even when I start over like from level 1 until like, I don't know, level 60. I know nowadays you call it like S rank, but you get what I mean, right? And yeah, I still enjoy it. It is a very free to play friendly experience. You don't actually need to summon a lot because you just get a lot of free stuff, a lot of free 5-star characters. So I think that is really nice. So that's pretty much about Epic 7, and yeah, this is of course one of my favorite turn-based gacha game as of right now because this is sitting in the list. Number 4 is SD Gundam G Generation Eternal. I've said this many times in my top 10 gacha game videos. This is one of my favorite turn-based gacha game as of right now. Now, I know this is the most niche pick on the list, but I mean, I love it, man. This is your classic SD Gundam tactics, turn-based, yada yada yada, all that good jazz. But I know it's not the best SD Gundam G Generation game because I think Cross Race, like the standalone game, is so much better than this one. But again, for a gacha game, it is exceptional. Because I grew up with Gundam, I've watched probably every major series, and it is really good because the fan service is amazing and they are always staying true to their resources. So I think that is a massive W. And what I love about this again, it is massive. You've got units from the original UC stuff, every side story you can think of, which from Mercury, IBO, Wing Gundam, even the entries nobody asked for like G Gundam, which I will defend forever. So every banner I look at this has at least one unit I've wanted to since I was, playing this game. And the good thing about this game, well, I don't know if this is a good thing or not, but you can craft your highest tier Gundam, so you don't have to summon. So in a way, this game is kind of free-to-play friendly, even though the QOL is still a bit lacking in my opinion. But damn man, the animation, the visuals, the voice acting, the music, it is so nostalgic. But I need to tell you what I dislike about this game. It is of course the monetization. It's Bandai. You already know how this is gonna go down. The pricing of the gacha is kinda rough. The banner rotation is so fast. Like, I think it's like rotating every fucking week, man. It's just so fast, and when you're late, that's it. Like, what can you do, right? The stamina and material gating is of course really bad. You can do like daily grind in one dungeon for only like 3 times, and that's it. So you gotta wait for the next day, and then yeah, I just don't like that. And of course the early game pacing kind of drags on for a while, but after that I think it is quite okay. I mean, you can of course develop some units, so the more you play it to the mid to end game, I think it's gonna be better. And of course the first anniversary update just dropped in April, and it is the reason why this game is currently one of the highest grossing gacha titles on the planet. Yes, I kid you not. This is competing to the likes of Honkai Star Rail and Wuthering Waves, man. Like, it is just a surprise to all of us, and I couldn't be happier. So as you know, this game is still kicking and still alive. This is not dying at all, or going out to the EOS soon. I know you guys might not like this game because of the monetization, but in my opinion, if you play this, once in a while, not every day, and treating this like a job, I think this is a very fun gacha game. Now let's get into the top 3. As you all know, it is Morimans. And damn, if you haven't heard of this, you are not alone. The game is criminally underrated, and I'm hoping more people pick this up because of course this is also on Steam, so you have that convenience. And what the studio did for this game is just amazing. You should play Morimans, man, if you like roguelike deck builders. If you like horror settings that actually commits to the horror instead of just slapping a god aesthetic on top of it, kills your nightmare. So, or you've ever been curious about a gacha but you bounce off the genre because every other one feels like the same anime girl simulator. This one is not that. It got banned in China because it doesn't pull punches on blood and mature themes, and that should tell you what kind of energy we are working with. So what I love about this game is the gameplay loop. Obviously, each awakener, which is like characters in this game, has a set of 5 cards plus an ultimate, and you build a team of 4, and as you run through the chapters, you pick up card modifiers and symptoms, which are cards that have negative effects but give you compensating buffs, which is really cool. So the strategic depth is real in this game. I tend to find turn-based combat boring in most gacha games because I'm just hitting auto and watching numbers, that's it. But in Morimans, it actually forces me to think every turn, which I forgot. That's what actually how a game is, like you play the game, not just idling and hitting auto. But of course, Morimans have auto now for grinding, so I think that is quite okay, a good quality of life changes. But for the main dish, you don't have autoplay, you need to play the game manually. The generosity is also unbelievable for a gacha. Like, I had 9 characters beyond my starting 4 within the first couple of hours without spending a single cent. And the devs keep handing out silver cores like they are trying to lose money. Okay, 1 month of free to play got me every standard characters and 10 limited characters, which is just not a number you see in this genre. The devs even publicly committed to converting the game to a standalone version with a proper ending if they ever have to shut it down. So man, that is so good. They are not trying to bleed you dry. They want you to have fun and play their game like how games should be. Like, play the game, not just auto or idle the game. I mean, the art itself is gorgeous. It is stylish. It has this painterly aesthetic with this very specific dread atmosphere that no other gacha is doing right now. I know some people have complained that each characters look a bit identical, but I think I see just the simplicity of the characters, and when they move, when they do skills and whatnot, it's just simple. I like it. It's not blasting, your eyes with the superficial effects that, get your dopamine hit, whatever it is you want to call it. Yeah, I just like it. It's just simple, it's good, it's clean, and what's not to love about it? And the soundtrack, man, it matches the mood perfectly. And the story actually has some good stuff in it. It's not afraid to go to dark places, and it doesn't soften the punches with anime comedy beats. And I think that is awesome. They are just committed to their own game. They're not trying to be the next Honkai Star Rail. They're not trying to be the next Wuthering Waves. They're not trying to be, the next Chaos Zero Nightmare. But here's the thing, of course, I have to tell you about the bad things about this game too. The tutorial, man, it is basically non-existent. Yes, there is, but if you have never played a deck builder before, you will be lost for the first few hours. They are essentially expecting you to have played Slay the Spiral already and know how to play the game. It is absurd. But sometimes, if you're smart enough, it is self-explanatory, I guess. And there's also a difficulty wall around chapter 8. That's pretty much it. And of course, the English translation in later chapters is still partially AI translated. But of course, they promise to work on that later down the road. And some chapters generally had me rereading lines to figure out what was going on, because again, it is AI translated. The UI is also a bit rough, and voice acting is quite minimal because the dev team is very small. It is an indie game as of right now. But for the voice acting, it's not bothering me at all, so I think that's good. So right now, they are running the 2.5-year anniversary, which is an absolute amazing thing to do. And they have a massive QOL changes that the player base had been asking for forever. And the devs actually listens. Now, I think that is the most important part of the game, right? The devs listen, not just pretending to listen, So Morimans is at the number 3 because no other gacha game right now is taking a risk like this. If you play this game for a couple of hours, this is one of the most rewarding gacha experiences out there right now. And yeah, it is worth playing. Number 2, it is Limbus Company. Yeah, it haven't changed, man. It haven't changed. I love this game. But of course, if you are new to the channel, I need to explain what Limbus Company is. Limbus is essentially a visual novel with combat system attached, not the other way around. If you hate reading, you will hate this game. The main story is dense, dialogue is heavy, and absolutely demands your attention. And people drop this game in the first chapter all the time because they came in expecting a combat-focused gacha. No, it's not that. The combat exists to just serve the story. But that story is so unmatched in this gacha game, whatever, right? Don't even compare this to Honkai Star Rail. Project Moon has been building this universe across multiple games, and Limbus is the culmination of all of it. The 12 Sinners are each based on a classic work of literature. It is just so smart. Monetization is of course one of the most fair in the entire genre. You can get every identity and ego for free if you are patient enough. The ego share system means that you can craft any unit you want with enough farming. There's no FOMO panic, no anything, and when the banners end, the unit or the ego or the identity will go to the standard banner. I beat the main story without spending a single dollar, man. That kind of model basically doesn't exist anywhere else. No power creep, no nothing, just a very good game. But I need to explain what the combat itself. So once you get past the wall, it is also generally good. The clash mechanic where you predict opponent's skills and counter accordingly has real depth. Team building is built around stacking specific status effects like bleed, burn, tremor, sinking. And once you settle into it, or you know what you want to do, man, it is so satisfying. But I gotta say, man, if you want to play this game, you have to look, or maybe, pay attention to what each character does, because they don't really explain it that well, and you have to study each characters. I think that is not a bad thing, actually. It is a very good thing, because the game wants you to play the game and learn about the game, so it is doing its job as a game. It is so not a bad thing. Please pay attention to your game that you are playing, and you will have a very good time. But I do have to mention what I don't like about this game is, of course, the UI. Honestly, I still don't like the UI. I'm sorry about who will got offended by this. That's just my opinion. Like I said, the new player experience is just bad because the tutorial does not explain what is actually happening on screen, and you basically need to watch a YouTube guide to understand the combat. And at the end game, it is quite underwhelming at times compared to the main story. But they just hit the 3rd anniversary event back in March, and the 2026 roadmap confirmed the next chapter is coming in August. So I think that is cool. And Limbus Company is super popular right now, like 125,000 players, concurrent players as of I think March or April, right? It is just amazing. So yes, this game is not underrated anymore. This game is not a hidden gem anymore because people are actually playing this game and know what's good. So that's pretty much about Limbus Company. I think you should play it. I love this game so much, and it does need more attention, and hopefully it will get more attention and they will make more money. So they will, I don't know, maybe make a standalone game for Limbus Company. I would love that, honestly. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. Play this game. It is so worth playing, and of course, it is on Steam. And at number 1, it was never going to be anything else. It is Reverse 1999. So at first I downloaded Reverse 1999 purely because of the art style. It caught my eye, alright, as we all do. So yeah, I had no idea what the reason was. I wasn't expecting much from the writing. I just thought it looked pretty in the screenshots, and I wanted to try something nice to scroll or just auto or idle when I'm working. You should play this game. Reason number 1. This is a story-focused gacha game, and if you're willing to actually read the dialogue, man, this is probably the best gacha game right now. But if you skip the story, this game loses most of its appeal. Just a fair warning, alright? Reason number 2, you like character designs that aren't generic anime girls in school uniforms. Reverse 1999 spans different time periods and cultures, and the cast reflects that. 3, you actually appreciate voice acting where the character's nationality is reflected in their actual voice instead of every character speaking the same flat standard anime Japanese or American thing, right? So Russian characters speak Russian, French character speaks French. The 1920s London character sounds like they are from the 1920s London. It is a small thing that costs money, and most studios don't even bother by that. But damn, this studio, R99 or Blue Pog, they bothered, man. They nailed this one. And what I love about this game is honestly just most of it. The hand-drawn art style is unmatched on mobile or even on PC. I don't know what Blue Pog is paying their art team, but it isn't enough. When you evolve, the characters change their clothes, they become more stylish, they become more, I don't know, like just stylish, okay? I don't know what to say. The soundtrack is one of those gacha OSTs that is just very unforgettable. The story took me by surprise because I wasn't even paying attention at the start, and somewhere around chapter 3, I realized the writing was goddamn beautiful. Now, monetization is genuinely fair for a free-to-play gacha game. I mean, I play this free-to-play, I clear every story this game has, and premium currency is reasonable to farm through events and weekly content, and the power creep is, you know, quite minimal than most gacha games. While older 5 or 6 stars are still relevant in endgame because the game balances new content around them being usable. Newer characters mostly bring comfort and ease of use, not like raw power. And that's how it should be done. But I still have things that I don't like about this game. I mean, the combat is on the slower side, and if you're coming from something more mechanically heavy, you will feel it. I mean, yeah, it is not for everyone. Even for me at launch, I don't like the combat, but I get used to it. So I like it now. I mean, it's alright. Some events have pacing issues in the first half, you know, and of course, some event stories are not as good compared to the main story. And Blue Pog has also started releasing true limited characters more recently, which were not really a thing in the early days of the game. What is going on right now, Blue Pog? You're making me nervous, okay? But isn't predatory yet. Just take that with a grain of salt. But with all that being said, their anniversary update is so spot on. It is one of the most, I think, generous events or giveaways I've seen from this gacha or any gacha this year. So yeah, Reverse 1999 is the most complete package in the gacha space right now. And for me, it is the only one I recommend to people who don't even play gacha. Like, what do you play right now? Oh, I played Reverse 1999. Is it a gacha? Yes, but try it. You will not regret it. And I think if I don't play any more gacha games, this is the only gacha game or game in general that I will still be playing. This game is good, man. Just play this game. Go download it right now. It is on Steam. What else? Get the fuck out of here, man. Close this video. Fucking hell.